You know what I love? I love a series that doesn't hold itself to any specific industry norms or standards. I love a series that doesn't go on past its prime, that doesn't try to make it to 7 seasons for syndication or whatever what the old rules were. A series that doesn't just keep going until the ratings go down. A series that wants to just tell a complete story, an epic story, and end it at that. Something that goes out in its prime. Series like Breaking Bad, series like The Sopranos, and series like Ozark. Now, I don't know how popular the show is. I know it's pretty damn popular, or it wouldn't have gotten 4 seasons on Netflix. But I guarantee that the ratings on it were good enough to go more than 4. I guarantee it. I can't see, I just don't see where the lull is. I don't see it being at a low point in its storytelling. Such a great show. So fantastic. And introduced me to maybe one of the greatest characters I think I've ever seen in a series. And that's Ruth Langmore. Holy shit. Her name is eluding me right now. I'm so sorry. But that performance as Ruth Langmore is so legendary. I'll never forget that character as long as I live. I mean, there are series that I've watched that have great characters, and, a couple years later, you could ask me about them, and I'd be like, wait a minute, which one was that? No, never Ruth Langmore. I will never forget the foul-mouth, trailer trash girl who is smart as a whip. God, she was such a great character. Such a great character through every single season. And Jason Bateman. God, this dude. I always appreciated him as a comedic actor, but I never really thought of him as a super serious actor until I saw the first season of Ozark. And my God, man, that dude is the best. He does have the same kind of personality, I feel like, in most of his roles. It's very, dry, humored, almost understated humor, right? He'll just say things very nonchalantly, very casually, that wouldn't be funny if he said it in a more serious manner, but the fact that he's saying it so casually is what makes it so hilarious. And it's not even a funny role, but I found him hilarious in this series. Laura Linney is the most evil fucking bitch I have ever seen portrayed on screen. How amazing was she? Dear God. The birds are scary folks to know, because on one hand, I feel like I would want to know them. They seem awesome. Well, except for Mama Bird. I really have no interest in knowing her. She scares the shit out of me. And you know what? From the very beginning, they set her up as the unlikable villain. It sucks though too, because, Marty is such a cuck for her. He doesn't give a shit. Marty, the beginning of the series starts out with her cheating on him and him knowing about it. That's where this whole series starts. I'm pretty sure it's the very first scene in the series is him watching a video of her cheating on him. And from that moment on, it's you hate her guts, and you almost start to like her towards the end of the first season. You're like, okay, she's turned it around. She really does love her family. She does care about her kids. She does care about keeping her family together. She loves Marty, and she's a badass bitch. But I'm telling you, by season 2, 3, and especially, well, I'd say 3. 3, she's the absolute worst, I think. But my God, is she the worst, dude. I liked Omar better than I liked her in this series. I liked the Mexican drug lord, ruthless Mexican kingpin, more than I liked her. It's insane how much I hated this character. And I'm sure I'm not alone. I don't think anybody's like, yes, we love Wendy Bird. Standing for Wendy Bird. No. No one is standing for Wendy Bird. Just a completely villainous. I don't know what could redeem her. And I don't want to ruin it by giving away key plot points of horrible things that she does, but my God, she is terrible. But wonderful acting by Laura Linney. Holy shit. I mean, like I said, I haven't met a character that I hated so much in a really long time. I can't even think of one that I hated as much as I hated Wendy Bird. And that's all due to Laura Linney's acting ability. She's incredible. The kids in this series did such a great job at being conflicted, of, being loyal to their parents, but at the same time, like, not wanting to be a part of this, but then also kind of reveling in it a little bit, and I feel like it's kind of realistic. Like, I feel like if a kid got into some situation where, yeah, his parents were super rich and he got a lot of benefits from that, or, I don't know, but it's like he loves that, but they don't love the fact that their parents are mixed up with the Mexican drug cartels, I can't say enough about this series. It is the next Breaking Bad, the new Breaking Bad, however you want to say it. I absolutely love this series from beginning to end, and I think they nailed the landing. That was the most important part for me, is like, can they nail the landing? Can they do that? A lot of series are so fantastic, Game of Thrones, and the ending does not land for me, and it takes away so much for the entire series, sadly, because you want it to be a complete story. When the ending is lackluster or forgettable or disappointing, it kind of takes away from all the glorious moments leading up to it. But I'm happy to report that I'm very happy with the way they ended this series. And I honestly, the whole time, was on the edge of my seat, not knowing how they were going to end it. Are they going to kill main characters? Are they going to kill all the main characters? Are they going to kill some of the main characters? I knew some people were going to die. I didn't know how it was going to play out. And, the best of these series, the main character dies. So it's like, is that the way they're going to do it? And there's so many main characters in this story. How are they, which one do they get rid of, if they get rid of any at all? But, Tony Soprano dies in The Sopranos. Walter White dies in Breaking Bad. It's like, those seem to be some of the better endings, to some of the best series of all time. And I put Ozark up there with Breaking Bad, with The Sopranos, with Oz, with what's that other HBO series? It's eluding me right now. I absolutely love it though. The Wire, yeah, up there with The Wire, all that. I put Ozark up there with all of those things as some of the greatest series of all time. If you have not watched Ozark, look, man, like I said, they did it right. They didn't care about getting to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seasons. 4 seasons and out. They told a fantastic full story, and I can't praise it enough. If you have not seen it, go watch it. Binge that son of a bitch. It's so damn good. If you look back in my videos about 4 years ago, you'll see that I was praising the show from its very first season, asking the question, is Ozark the new Breaking Bad? And I'm happy to report 4 years later, at the end of the series, that yes, it is, my friends. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you've seen the series, how do you think it compares to some of these greats of all time? Do you think it's up there in that top 5, top 10, whatever, top 20 of all time? Let me know in the comments below. Or maybe you hated the way they ended it. I haven't heard that yet from anyone, but who knows? And a lot of you probably haven't finished it yet. It's 7 episodes dropped less than a week ago, so you may not have gotten through it, but I knocked it out really quickly the first 2 days, I think, because of how much I loved it. So, let me know in the comments below, man, what you thought of this. Or if you're listening in podcast form, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram at RealBrettScott and let me know over there. Shoot me an IM or comment on whatever thread. Let me know what you thought of Ozark. I'll probably post a link to this thing in Twitter and Instagram, so just let me know in the comments on there what you thought of the series. I absolutely loved it. All right, if you enjoy videos or podcasts like this, make sure you like the video or the podcast. Share it with your friends who might be interested. Share it with other people who love or maybe even hate, or people you're trying to convince to watch Ozark. Share it with them. And if you like what you hear on this channel, what I do is mostly I talk about entertainment and pop culture, and I try to do it daily. I'm not perfect, but most days I'm on here dropping some content about entertainment pop culture that I mostly like, but sometimes don't enjoy. So, yeah, if you stick around, if you decide to subscribe to the channel, then I will likely talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks.